Kia ora mai anō whānau. I think we got past Whakarewa and we're now up at Mahia School. And at Mahia School back in the day, the big headmaster that was there was Terence Tui and his wife Doreen. And of course their tamariki, their two children. And yes, so they were in the schoolhouse behind the school. Right at the gate of the school was the Mahia store, Mahia shop there, and in there we had Tom Glennie at first. Tom Glennie and his wife Ruth, and their tamariki, of course, grew up. Well, as we were growing, they grew with us. So yeah, he had the shop, and later the Andreessen family moved into there. Bob and Adrian Andreessen, and of course their tamariki as well. Right opposite the Mahia store, there used to be quite a big red bus depot where the bus was parked in there, and it had huge green doors that slid open when you backed in there with either the bus or the freight. And the man who drove them was, of course, lived there too, was Tinker Symes. And he lived in there, and behind there was a house built by Ray Brand's daughter for herself, and later on our Uncle Peter Woolman and his family moved there, and he lived there. Right opposite him, on the left-hand side, on the corner, was the Cotton family. Uncle Charlie Cotton and Auntie Polly, and of course now Ricky resides there with his wahine kuna, and I think their brother Crow may be living with them as well. But living there previously, they had the brother Robert, he used to live there, and of course Uncle Charlie and Auntie Polly's unonga or son-in-law, Bob Boynton, who married their elder daughter up in there. Now we carry on up the lane, and on the right-hand side there's a black whare there, and I'm not too sure of the name of the man who had it, but it's right next to Terence Maru's house where we get to now, and Terence lives there. Terence Poggy Maru lives there with his wahine Michelle, and of course their tamariki as well, and they're happily ensconced in there. Across the road from him, directly opposite, was Crow Cotton was living there, but sadly again his body burnt with an accident, and so he's back with his brother Ricky in the main party. Next door to him was there's a chapel. The Mormon chapel was built there, and yes, most of us attended at the time. So opposite where Porky is, the next little party was a small house that belonged to Auntie Aura Rongo. When they moved from Taupata, and she lived there, Auntie would spend the last of her days there. And of course the home was pulled down because it was dilapidated, and Pearlie Nugent built her home there on that section. So yeah, her home is the Aroa Tukiakwe, Pearlie, Haere Ekwe. Next to Pearlie's place was, of course, Auntie Emily used to live there. And she lived there with her aunt and that, and after her was Ray Brand and Gillian, Ray and Gillian Brand, or Gillian Orman, but married Ray Brand, and they lived there with their family, and of course he had a fish factory there. Next to the Mormon chapel across the road, of course, were the Hemapools. There was Uncle Cole and Auntie Rhea, and they brought their tamariki up there, and still some of the Mokopuna live in there now, and maybe the daughters here. Kia ora. So, and right next to them, back in the day, used to be a home there, and in that old place before it was burnt and taken down and cleared away, and where Uncle Tawa and Auntie Verna used to live with their family, and Auntie Pookie and them were brought up in there. Pookie Murray and them were brought up there. So Uncle Verna, Uncle Tawa, and Auntie Verna Murray lived there. Kia ora. And around the corner we go. So we're about to start up the lane, and we'll get up there on the next visit. Kia ora mai koutou. Be safe.